Shalom, shalom, everyone. Welcome to Just the Word Prophecies again, channel where the Most High is giving us dreams and visions in these last days to edify, to warn, more than anything, to warn and to warn and to warn about the times that we're living in, and for you to be awake and vigilant in these last days and not to fall into deception. So today I will be sharing a dream, not necessarily joining up with the previous one, but in the same atmosphere or same understanding. So the previous dream that I shared, sorry, was the smell of sin. So basically, all that the Most High is saying that sinners will be left behind and the righteous will prevail in these last days. The disobedient will be left and the obedient will be saved. So, the dream that I'm going to be sharing today is flee to the mountains. So, flee to the mountains is a dream that the Most High gave to me while I was in China. This was the end of 2023. Yes, the end of 2024. The end of 2024, while I was in China, towards the end of my stay in China when I was about to return back home. So this is the end of 2024. Okay. This is what I got from the Most High. As I always say, these dreams are not my own. They are just dreams that are relayed for me to deliver to everyone who has ears to hear. Okay. Flee to the mountains. I was in a building that was very dilapidated, and the world around looked like the same, very devastated. So it was almost like a great war, a great calamity had happened, and I was in this building. I was with some people almost rioting against police in black uniform who looked more like the SWAT or a military force. Suddenly, they were herding people into these factory-like warehouses that resembled FEMA camps, and I was struggling against one of the police because the Spirit of Truth had told me that should I enter into the space, I would never be able to leave again. So while this police officer was trying to drag me into this warehouse slash FEMA camp, it was almost like I was wrestling against him because I knew that the Spirit had said that if you allow him to drag you into this camp, you will never be able to come out again. So I finally broke free and ran away from this dilapidated city. Suddenly, I was in a golden, very vast and open field that looked like Krelinstad. That is the farm where my grandparents currently live. It was so beautiful. I fell to my knees out of utter exhaustion, and I observed people walking in twos or very small groups in this field, each only carrying backpacks. The field was huge, but the small groups of people were so few, and 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 were all walking towards a very huge mountain. So picture a very big field, and on the horizon is this huge mountain. And in this beautiful field are people walking in pairs of twos or threes, very small groups, and they're all walking towards this mountain. No one is looking to the left, no one is looking to the right. They have backpacks, only each one has a small backpack, and they all just walking. And I'm on my knees on this field because I've ran away from this place, the dilapidated place where the FEMA camps where they were trying to put me in. And I just have enough strength to make it to this place. So I just fell on my knees because I was very tired. Um, okay. Suddenly, I looked up, and mid-air, in the middle of the field, there appeared words, and a powerful voice read them out. And they said, "Those in Judea should flee to the mountains." And then I woke up. So that was a dream that I got the end of 2024. Yes, so the end of 2024. So that was the words that I got well from the dream that it said those in Judea should flee to the mountains.
All right. This is a very complex one, but in line with a lot of what we have been seeing here. We have a video called Flee to the Mountains, and that is found on a channel that I had. Boy, that channel, Hazak Eliyahu channel, that channel did so well. so well. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, that channel did so well. They flee to the mountains. Where is it? I'm looking for the video here. Flee, flee to the mountains. I did a video. What? Where is it? Let me pause this thing. Yeah, so we did a video on that channel, Flee to the Mountains, what the Messiah really means. And I think hopefully we'll remember to put a link to that video here because it will give us more insights. Now, we also thought that fleeing to the mountains was literally means fleeing to literal mountains. But then we got more understanding of it. It is so complex. It took us many scriptures to get the understanding of fleeing to the mountains. Mountains actually meant the protection of the Most High. Mountains actually means the Psalm 91 protection. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. That's what mountains means. So you have to know the secret place of the Most High, the place where He brings us to watch. Because in the end times, the Most High, He told us in Micah 4, verse 10, where that we should gather together in the field. Now, Refumo here was in the field. He was taken to a field. Micah 4, verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field. So when you were seeing the mountain around the field, the mountains refers to the protection of the Most High surrounding the field. Because in Micah 4:10, it didn't say you're going to leave the field and go to the mountains. It says you shall dwell in the field. And the word dwell there is the Hebrew word shakan, which means through the idea of lodging, to reside or permanently stay, literally or figuratively. Abide, continue, cause to dwell, make to dwell, dweller, have habitation, inhabit, lay, place, cause to remain, rest, set up. All of those meanings tell you that you are going to dwell in the field, you are going to live in the field. But that field is the secret place of the Most High, that place where He affords protection. Because we showed in our teaching that the Most High kept saying, I will be sanctified in the eyes of the heathen. I will be sanctified before the heathen. So the Most High in the end times, He is not going to do a disappearing act. He is going to do His things before the heathen, and ye shall know that I am Yahuwah. That is how they will know that He is Yahuwah, when He does what He is going to do in His secret place before them. Micah 4:10 says, Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field. And this is where He has brought us. This is where He has placed us. We were looking for the Most High to bring us into the mountains. Yes? But the Most High kept bringing us in field. I'm saying, what are we doing here? There was even someone who came among us. And that person left. Because that person was determined, this is not mountain. They said, this is not mountain. He says, flee to the mountain. And we are not understanding that prophecy is deep. Prophecy is given for those to whom it is given to understand. As He said in Matthew 13. It is only given for a few to understand. Because this is not the mountain. I am interested in going to the mountain. So we have many people in this world in this end time that are going to go to literal mountains, but he did not bring us there. And then he showed us now the meaning of mountain. The mountain refers to the protection. As it says in Isaiah chapter 1, that protection, let's go to the protection in Isaiah chapter 1. Chapter 2, verse 1. The word that Yeshayahu, the son of Amos, saw concerning Yehuda and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahuwah's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. The mountain of Yahuwah's house. Mount Zion is the protection for his people. It shall be exalted. It shall be in the top of the mountains, shall be exalted above all. Mountains refer to protection. So let's go back to Micah 4, verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon, because Babylon is everywhere. There shalt thou be delivered. Where? In the field. There Yahuwah shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. In the field. All right? All right. Yes, so that's what I get from that one. Flee to the mountains. And that field that you were in. You broke free and you ran away to the open field and you were on your knees. You saw the mountain around it, and then what happened?
And then people were walking in twos, in small pairs.
Yes.
A very big field, but very few people, unfortunately. Very, very few people.
Where were they walking to?
The mountain.
To the mountain.
Yes.
The mountain is the protection. And people were walking in twos, and it was a few people. And then it says, in Judea, flee to the mountains.
Yes.
All right, so we did a teaching on it. I wonder if I can find that teaching to show the breakdown that the mountains is not literal mountains. And in the video that we are to share about flee to the mountains, it gives a breakdown of the meaning of the words that you heard. Those who are in Judea, flee to the mountains. Okay? All right. Anything else?
I just wanted to just say, Aldo, because you always say people must flee from Babylon. So I think it's also just the Most High saying that even those in Judea must also flee.
Yes.
Not just only the ones in Babylon now. It's also a time for those in Judea to flee too.
Yes. So those people in the land
Yes.
need to also. Well, that's a powerful one. I never looked on that one. I never looked on that part of it. In Judea, flee to the mountains.
Yes.
So even those in the land need to flee to the place that he put his name there. And it was today I was praying. And you said something very powerful. When I was praying, and since I've come here and I've seen the sin that is in this land, and I'm saying, Father, what a place like this full of sin. I say, you're so merciful to hold back your hand. This place is a bag of sin. This place. I have never seen a place. I'm from over in the West, where you hear killings every day. I have never seen the amount of unrighteousness, sin that I have seen here. I'm telling you. The people here. The people? Yeah. The Most High is so merciful. So even those who are here, when the wrath of Yahuwah comes, They will have to flee to his secret place because his wrath is going to be on this place. His favor, his grace is here. But when his grace is over, just think about his grace being over and taken away from the people here with all the abominations that we see. What is going to happen? Oy. All praises to the Most High. That's all I have to say. Do you have anything?
No, all praises.
All praises to the Most High. Shalom.
Shalom.